Ear. Share my screen real quick. Wait till the eyeball come on. Damn, there it go. And then here it is. Now, this isn't my video. It's a video that just came up while I'm preparing my live. And I noticed that the joint I know where to go, where not to go, where to hang at, where not to hang at. And then I just pay attention. Who the fuck is Chucky? I'm using this under the Fair Use Act. And you see somebody's trying to show videos you find inappropriate. Look. So they're using the new StreamYard, which is called Mars. It got Mars in it. And they say you can stream in landscape or portrait. So I just took a few minutes just to read it. Because when I show you that picture on the thumbnail, then you'll see what I'm getting ready to play after I let this motherfucker say what he has to say. Chucky. I just want to let him know. Yeah. Let me bring you some. Let me show you. Let me bring, by liking your video, I'm bringing some value to it. I'll show you how to play the game.
Violate. Yeah. Yeah. You do it on another channel. I'm gonna get that one too. Yeah, you got 48 hours. You better remove the video. You got 4.
I'm gonna show y'all how you get at these niggas, because niggas, I'm just gonna talk like how I talk. I can only talk the way I talk. Niggas think that everybody is dumb. Niggas think they can just say whatever they want to say, and niggas won't punch them in their fucking mouth. And you think you Chucky, and you trying to be something that you not. You not Chucky, or none of that shit. Don't nobody give a fuck about you using no fire John right here. Nobody give a fuck about. Look, let me show you how they play. No description has been added for this video because you had to get the shit up real fucking quick. Why your chat get disabled? Get your fucking asses the fuck away from me, yo. Get the fuck away from me. Don't nobody warn me of nothing but the Most High. Now, what I was getting ready to play. Let me go to my playlist. And if these videos aren't in my playlist, you know, y'all know, everybody knows that the Mosley case is going to go federal.
It wasn't out.
Let's
I
put a
wasn't
bet
out.
on it.
I got $50,000 on it. It wasn't out.
Okay, the 50 is there.
Bet.
I'm gonna
Bet.
hold you to that.
Bet. You flew Bobby November 2020. No, Mo 3 version didn't come out. Mo 3
We are
version
the
didn't come.
second version.
I got a
No, I'm
10
talking about
on
Mo
top
3
of that.
version. Mo 3 version didn't come out till 2021.
Bro, we are the remix, bro.
It's 3
No,
versions.
Mo 3 version didn't come out till 2021. I got 50,000 on
we
it.
the
I got
remix,
50,000
bro.
on it. I got 50,000
We
on it.
the remix.
I got 50,000
Who
on it.
version was out? Mo 3 or our version?
Mo 3 version wasn't out in 2020 when you flew him out.
Our version
I got
of Mo 3,
20,000
bro.
on. I got 50,000
So
on
you
it right now. I
telling
got
me, so let me get this right. Stop screaming. Stop screaming at me, because I know more than you think I know.
I got
Bring that shit
50,000
down,
on it
bro.
right now.
But
50,000.
hey, homie, stop screaming at me. Bring that shit down and talk to me like a man. Fuck wrong with you, bro?
I got
You ain't on
50,000 on it
You
right
ain't
now.
on all fours
50,000.
kicking your ass.
Do not let people think you do not belong. Once you sit at these tables with folks with fancy titles and you talk to them and you go, oh, they ain't all that. This idea that somehow they are so special, they're so smart, they're so sophisticated. Not really. They've been exposed. They've been given the confidence of feeling like they belong. But if you sit down and talk to them, turns out, that's my point. And the benefit for Michelle and me, because we came up, and at each stage, you know, you go to Harvard, and wow, it's Harvard. And then you find out, oh, Harvard's full of some fools and
Shout
people
out
that you
to
would not put in charge of anything.
254
But they're
man.
there. And there's some really amazing, brilliant people too. And then you go to the U.S. Senate. Everybody's represented. Smart people and dumb people, good people and bad people. Now suddenly you're meeting at the group of, 7 world leaders are all in a room, or the United
How many world leaders? The United Nations.
Nations. Oh, same thing. Turns out that there's some really smart, amazing world leaders, and there's some fools running countries.
Damn, I'll say that again.
Do not let people think you do not belong. Once you sit at these tables with folks with fancy titles and you talk to them and you go, oh, they ain't all that. This idea that somehow they are so special, they're so smart, they're so sophisticated. Not really. They've been exposed. They've been given the confidence of feeling like they belong. But if you sit down and talk to them, turns out, that's my point. And the benefit for Michelle and me, because we came up, and at each stage, you go to Harvard, and wow, it's Harvard. And then you find out, oh, Harvard's full of some fools and people that you would not put in charge of anything.
I went to Penn State. I'm the only black person, I'm telling you, I went to Penn State campus. I told you I always felt like I was in a fucking experiment. And I'm watching all of these white people around me with these new kind of calculators, and they had the answers to the test in these kind of calculators. But y'all brought 8 black people that was from the ghetto up to this campus, and I just wanted to be an accountant. I didn't go tell on them because they was cheating on the test. I just did the test and passed it. I studied. I actually studied. They stole the answers. I don't even know the motherfuckers. And they probably, some of them are some of your fucking accountants right now. Yeah, I don't give a fuck about no certified public accounting. Because why would I have to care about a certified public accountant when we was in the same fucking class and I seen you cheating? I told you, I just like to stay private. But you think I don't know accounting? I let the professionals do what the professionals do.
But they're there, and there's some really amazing, brilliant people too. And then you go to the U.S. Senate. Everybody's represented, smart people and dumb people, good people and
Smart people and dumb people. And what I say, you pray for the rain. You gotta deal with the mud. I just said, I got this. Like I said, you gotta deal with the dumb. So if you is out here and you still thinking that rainwater is gonna do something for any fucking body in the United States, anywhere, you're not.
Company. They find more joy in a quiet.
I'm gonna show you just me.
There is a reason the eagle soars alone, not because it is afraid, not because it is arrogant, but because altitude demands isolation. Some of you watching this feel like you're too different to belong, too deep to be understood, too awake to fit in. You're not antisocial, you're spiritually assigned. And that ache inside you, that's not loneliness. It's legacy forming in silence. You don't walk with the crowd because you were never built for average. You're not overlooked. You're hidden. You're not rejected. You're protected. If you've ever asked yourself why you feel like the outsider in every room, why
I'm not gonna play. This is not mine. This says Maya Angelou Wisdom. Now, I read the majority of her books in school. Come out from among them and be ye separate, saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. 2 Corinthians 6:17 of the, what version? Now, I told a whole bunch of people before, y'all keep talking about King James. I don't know King James. He was the president that said, or he was the king at the time, and he said, I want 70 people to end, I want you to take the Bible, all 70 of y'all, and I want y'all to translate it for me into the King's English. Yeah, over there, the King's English. We don't have no kings. And do we got kings over here? And where are the kings at over here? Or who can't understand the King's version, the King James version of the Bible? Y'all wanted to call that man gay, said he did this, and he do this, and he all that. I don't give a fuck what he did. He signed some document and told 70 other people, scholars, translate this Bible so I can understand it. I don't give a fuck if he was gay. I don't know. How the fuck y'all know he was gay? Y'all was there? Who told you he was gay? Who told y'all he was gay?
Why your spirit feels heavier in a room full of chatter, or why silence feels more holy than applause, this message is for you. By the end of this speech, you'll know why you walk alone, why certain people couldn't stay, and why you must not shrink to be seen. Because being chosen means being set apart, not cast aside. Stay with me. There is something unmistakably different about those who carry the mark of the anointing. You can't always put it into words, but when they walk into a room, the atmosphere shifts. It's not charisma, it's not confidence, it's not charm, it's a weight, a quiet gravity that comes from being chosen, called, and consecrated for something greater than applause, greater than attention, greater than being liked. And because of that, they cannot be everywhere. They cannot be around everyone. They are not designed for mass consumption. They are not built to blend. Their soul was never wired to walk shoulder to shoulder with the average. There is a holiness about their path, a sacredness about their silence, a divine rhythm about their journey that does not fit inside crowded rooms or noisy circles. Anointed ones are never overcrowded, not because they are better, but because their blueprint is different. Some people don't understand this and take it personally. They mistake your distance for arrogance, your solitude for judgment, your silence for rejection. But what they don't realize is that there is a cost to carrying an anointing. You do not get to have what everyone else has and still hear God with clarity. You do not get to be everywhere with everyone and still guard your oil. You do not get to mingle aimlessly and still protect the sacred fire within you. Because your spirit is tuned to a frequency others don't hear. And the more voices you allow in your atmosphere, the harder it is to hear the whisper of destiny. Crowds bring confusion, chaos, compromise, and for someone with oil on their name, compromise is too expensive. There is no anointing without separation. Every chosen vessel in the sacred texts, every prophet, every healer, every builder of kingdoms, they were all pulled aside before they were pushed forward. Before the anointing is revealed publicly, it must be protected privately. This is why you felt that sting of disconnection, that unexplained drifting from friends you once loved deeply, that spiritual ache when you're in rooms that feel full of people but empty of purpose, that tiredness that comes not from physical exhaustion but from the emotional labor of pretending to fit in places that are not aligned with your calling. That ache is not accidental. It is divine separation. You were pulled back because something holy was being stirred inside you, something set apart. And not everyone can handle the ingredients of your becoming. Not everyone can be trusted around your oil. You see, the anointing on your life makes people uncomfortable, especially those who benefit from your silence, your shrinking, your playing small. But you are not here to make everyone comfortable. You are here to move in purpose. And purpose does not always come with company. Sometimes it comes with long nights, silent prayers, unanswered questions, and the kind of solitude that humbles you to your bones. That is the breaking that bursts the oil. And here's the truth. When you are truly anointed, you will be lonely before you are legendary. You will be misunderstood before you are honored. You will be overlooked before you are embraced. That is the pattern. That is the preparation. Because if your spirit is not fortified in private, the weight of public assignment will crush you. So God keeps you hidden, not because you are not ready to be seen, but because He is not ready to see you wounded. He loves you too much to let your name rise before your character is rooted. He
For what? Your character. Most High don't care nothing about your success. He care about your character. He don't care about nothing. He cares about your character more than he cares about your success. And he wants that character to be rooted. Maya Angelou is not speaking. She's speaking from the word, but she's putting it in the word so that we can understand. People can understand. Yeah, that don't understand the King's English. You got to go get all of these different type of Bibles to break that shit down to ABC. So I'm just telling you. When I said that in somebody's chat, you don't have to like me because I like myself. Most motherfuckers don't know that there really is, some people do have chemical imbalances in their brain. But it only takes a touch from the master's hand. And call out the legions of demons that's in it. It just take a touch. Or just his word to say, come out. Come out. I keep playing the same song from Mo3 for a reason.
Protects your oil before he allows others to partake in your overflow. That is not punishment. That is preparation. The cocoon may feel like a prison, but it is actually protection. You are being formed. And let's be honest, most people want your presence, but not your process. They want the glow without understanding the grind. They want the overflow without respecting the oil. They love the fruit, but they could never endure the pressing. And so the anointed ones must be careful. They cannot afford to let just anyone handle their sacred. They cannot afford to expose their process to public opinion. Because when God anoints you, your life becomes consecrated. Everything you do carries spiritual weight. Even your silence speaks. Even your presence convicts. That is why your circle must be intentional, small, sanctified. Not because you are better, but because
Small and sanctified.
Because what you carry is bigger. You are not for the masses, you are for the moment. And when that moment comes, your voice will echo through generations. But until then, you must remain hidden, cultivated, kept. There is glory in the shadows. There is strength in the silence. There is growth in the garden of obscurity. So don't fight the isolation. Don't mourn the friendships that faded. Don't chase the rooms that no longer fit. You were never called to fit. You were called to transform. And transformation doesn't happen in crowds. It happens in caves, in quiet spaces where your soul meets the sacred, where your ego dies and your essence rises. Let them go. Let the crowd keep dancing to the noise. You have a different song in your spirit, a sound that can only be released through obedience, a melody that requires stillness to mature. This is not a season for popularity. This is a season for pruning, for preparing, for protecting the anointing that's been placed on your life since before your birth. So yes, the anointed are never overcrowded, because crowds are often carriers of distraction, and distraction is the enemy of destiny.
Distraction is the enemy her destiny.
You were not designed to be everywhere. You were designed to be effective, and effectiveness often comes with isolation. Ask any prophet, any healer, any voice of truth. Their life was never crowded. It was consecrated, and so is yours. Stay the course. Protect your oil, honor your solitude, and never forget the weight of what you carry is the reason for your separation. You were not rejected. You were reserved. You were not abandoned. You were appointed. You were not forgotten. You were foretold. The anointing costs too much to be handled by many, and so the chosen must walk light, because what they carry is heavy. There are truths that the ears may never hear, but the soul always knows. There are secrets that lips never speak, yet the spirit feels them before words can shape. When you are chosen, when the divine has kissed your brow and entrusted you with a calling, your sensitivity is not weakness, it is your compass. It is There are truths that the ears may never hear, but the soul always knows. There are secrets that lips never speak, yet the spirit feels them before words can shape. When you are chosen, when the divine has kissed your brow and entrusted you with a calling, your sensitivity is not.
Your what? Your sensitivity. Your sensitivity. There's nothing wrong with anybody that's chosen by God or anointed by God to be sensitive. And it's not a weakness. You niggas is shutting the fuck up now because of this right here. It says the end. I told you, look up my name. I didn't even make this joint private, but I'm letting everybody see it right now. And you see where I'm coming down like I'm a hawk. I'm not Christ. I never claimed to be Christ. I never claimed to be perfect. None of that. Now, I don't know who 254 Made is. But they said Rainwater. I ain't even put the nigga name up in the jizz on. I just said, long live Drake. Who got him? The truth. And I knew Rainwater was a motherfucking federal informant, because anytime somebody come over here, just because I said Eric Barnes runs the Mo 3 sector, and then yeah, you start fumbling at your fucking words. And I told you, yeah, don't be doing all that fucking porn shit all on my shit. Yeah, and then somebody sending me all of this shit. I know how to read between the lines.
Weakness, it is your compass. It is how you navigate through a world too busy pretending to be seen while refusing to feel. The chosen do not need to hear a person speak to know what they carry. They do not need proof. They do not need evidence. They sense, they feel, they absorb the vibration of a room before they even sit down, and they know, before a sentence is spoken, who came in truth and who came masked in intention. This isn't paranoia. This isn't overthinking. This is discernment, refined in silence, be seen while refusing to feel before words can shape. When you are chosen, when the divine has kissed your brow, loss and awakening, vibrations don't lie, smiles can lie, words can deceive, accolades can cover, intentions can hide. But energy tells on everything. The soul has no filter. And when you are chosen, your body becomes an antenna. You walk into a space and suddenly you feel heavy. You don't know why, but your chest tightens. Your spirit leans back. You smile, but inside something tightens and says, "Don't stay long. That is not fear. That is wisdom. That is the internal alarm of a soul that refuses to be polluted. That is God whispering, 'This room is too loud for your peace.' And sometimes the ones you feel it from most are the ones closest to you, because the most dangerous vibrations are not from enemies. They are from those who pretend to love you but secretly compete, from those who smile in your face but choke on your growth, from those who say all the right things, but their spirit flinches every time you rise. The chosen don't just hear what is said, they feel what is unsaid. This is the burden of carrying sacred energy in a world addicted to pretending. You walk in love, but you see the envy. You lead with peace, but you feel the resentment. You give grace, but you sense the malice riding behind the compliments, and no one else may see it, but you do. Because vibrations don't lie. There is a loneliness that comes with being sensitive to energy. You don't wish to be this way, it just is. You don't want to read the room like an open book, but you do. You don't want to feel every shift in energy, every flicker of attitude, every hidden jab behind the smile, but your spirit won't let you ignore it, so you grow quiet. You grow selective, not out of pride, but preservation. You stop explaining your silence to people who don't respect your spirit. You stop second-guessing the signals your soul picks up. You stop shrinking just to keep the atmosphere light. Because when you carry light, it disrupts anything built on shadows. And it is not your job to dim that light so others can stay comfortable in their disguise. You were not chosen to be tolerated. You were chosen to be felt.
That's where I'm gonna stop. You heard two things. Paranoia, she speaks about that years ago, and people tell me I'm paranoid, and I said, why I gotta be paranoid? Because I'm careful who I'm around. Why it had to be mental illness or anything? Why can't it be just that the Most High touched us some type of way to just make us know that it'll make us feel that niggas don't want to feel me. I don't want my kids to see what I can come to. What I will do for them. I told you the other night, and I showed you on the screen when my daughter walked out from wherever she was at. Yeah, she was with somebody, and then bam. As soon as it said finished, number one, another person came into this chat right next to the eye. If you don't know the book that this lady wrote, maybe you should try reading some of her books first. Read maybe Obama's book and then what they wrote about Obama. Yeah, somebody call it the gangster government. How is it a gangster government? Because he came from Chicago? Him and Michelle? He a gangster? Do he look like a fucking gangster? And then you got this motherfucking rainwater telling everybody to let this be a lesson for all gangsters. When Mo 3 passed away, he said, let that be a lesson for all gangsters. Yeah, you the manager? And that's what you said. Let that be a lesson for all gangsters. Nigga, you don't know gangster. Every gangster ain't walking around with a fucking gun. Some gangsters walk around with a suit. And put you in a dirt nap. I'm one of them people. I would love to see you in the dirt. But I already know you're a fucking rat, so I'm just talking. And make sure you look at the label. This is all entertainment, for entertainment purposes only. You see the John over there is for entertainment purpose only. If I'm trying to educate you, you'll know I'm trying to educate you. And the people that know that I'm trying to educate them, yeah, you know I'm trying to educate you. Because you know, if I say it's going to be a dark winter, yeah, you see all of this darkness over here. Yeah, one day I might just pop the fuck out of there. And then you'll see darkness.